Hello and welcome to another review video on a super cute game called Calico. This was on my Steam wishlist for a while, so I made sure to claim it when it was free over on Amazon Games. Calico is a game that involves owning a cat cafe on an island full of cats and magic. After getting my playthrough of the game, I put together my own little list of pros and cons for it. So starting off, I really enjoyed the whole aesthetic of everything. I'm a big fan of anything pastel, so the look of the game already made me like it. The music was amazing, it really fit the whole cozy vibe of the game. I also enjoyed the characters talking like Animal Crossing characters. The game is really great for relaxing as well. There's a really neat baking mini game that you can do to supply your cafe. You turn into this little mini version of yourself and run around the kitchen gathering ingredients. Depending on what you're making, the tasks of the game are different. Sometimes you're mixing things, sometimes you're giving a cat some scratches. It's a really fun way to just sit back and mix things together. I will say though, avoid the bagels if you can. You need them for a quest, but other than that, I wouldn't recommend making them. The minigame was so tiring to spin them around on mouse and keyboard. My fingers were aching and I wasn't even done with one of the bagels. I definitely wouldn't recommend them if you have any sort of hand or finger pains. I personally don't, and my hands were aching by the time I finished this one bagel. But other than that, the baking minigame is a cute little addition to it and helps interact more with the cafe side of stuff. While the game is really cozy and nice, there were some things that I felt were lacking. The first is the storyline, and all of the quests are pretty short. I completed the main story and pretty much almost all of the side quests in about 2.5 hours. And that's not even trying to quickly get through dialogue or anything as well. After the quests are done, you're free to do whatever you want from that point on, which brings me to the next thing I was a little disappointed about. When I first looked at the game on Steam, to me it seemed like the cafe was going to be a pretty big part of the game. However, to me it feels like the most insignificant part out of everything. Aside from the baking mini games, there's really no reason you need to be at your cafe or do anything else there. The customers automatically purchase the goods in the display case, and their dialogue doesn't change while they're at the cafe either, so you can talk to them anywhere and still get the same results. One of the more minor things that annoyed me was the color matching struggle. You can color anything in this game to really personalize your look. However, it takes into account the base color of the item. So if it isn't a plain white, then it's going to show up a different sort of color than it does on the preview. So if you have a yellow item and you're trying to make it blue, it's probably going to turn out a little green. It definitely takes some time if you're trying to color match your whole outfit or different types of furniture. The presets do come in handy, but like I said, because of the different base colors of each item, it's going to still take a little bit of effort. But like I said, you can also color the furniture, which means you can decorate your cafe however you'd like. But it is pretty small and there is no way to upgrade the size of the cafe from what I've seen so far. The first floor of the cafe can fit a couple tables depending on how you place everything. The second floor is your bedroom, and you can decorate the outside fenced area around the cafe as well. So it does have a decent amount of space, but I do wish I could make it just a little bit bigger on the inside. The last thing I was kind of disappointed in was the returnability, if that's a word, of the game. After finishing the quest, I personally don't see a reason to keep playing the game. The only reason it still gets played now is because my daughter really likes the baking minigames and hanging out with all the cats and different animals. Overall, Calico is a really cute game if you're just looking for something to unwind to while listening to really nice music. As a game I can go back to and still feel accomplished or rewarded in gameplay, it's definitely not on my list of choices. But that concludes my review on Calico. If you'd like to see anything else from this game or any of the other games that I play, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you'd like to. Check out my socials in the description box. I'm inconsistent, but I am working on it. Thank you so much for joining me for this video, and I will see you in the next one for some more fun.